What's up, YouTube, and welcome to my Pokemon Showdown battle against SP Madao, and I will link is in the description. He leads off with his Rotom Cut as I lead off with my Channelore. He predicts my Fire Blast, and oh no, my Overheat, and as he goes into his Pergan to steal me the Flash Fire ability and take on my Channelore, I switch out to my Bronzong to take the Thunderbolt, and he switches out to his Suicune, no, to his Bisharp, as I put up the light screen. He taunts me, expecting from me the Stealth Rocks, but no, I have the Earthquake. And he switches out into his Rotom Cut as I switch out into my Heracross. This would have been the perfect opportunity to Mega Horn, but I predicted this switch into his Emolga and I'm using the Stone Edge on my Heracross. That's not very standard, not seen that much. And my Heracross is scarfed, so yeah, I put him out. As my light screen wear off, he switches out to his Mienshao, and I was fearing the acrobatics, so I switch out to my Swampert, and look how good he took that hit for the team. That's a Flying James Strength acrobatics from Mienshao. I know, unstep and all, but it's still pretty decent. As he switches back into his Rotom's Cut as I put up my Stealth Rocks, I switch back into my Bronzong as he ends up with using the Volt Switch into his into his Suicune. And here I done a misplay as I try to Toxic his Suicune as he goes for the Substitute. So yeah, that was shitty. And now the next misplay, he goes for Calm Mind as I go for the light screen. I could have switched out there to break this up, but it was too risky. Then I switch back into my Swampert and he uses another Calm Mind. This is getting really dangerous here. And I know my only hope was the Roar, so he goes for the Surf, and look how good it took that hit with the light screen. And yeah, and I roar him out in the thing that I doesn't want to see, his Rotom Cut. This thing gives me trouble. As I switch back in my Nidoking, hoping it could take the hit with the light screen, and nope, it couldn't. So he switches out into his Porygon 2, as I switch out into my Chandelure, into my Bronzong. So yeah. Then he switches into his Bisharp as I go boom. I wanted to hit the Porygon 2 because that's a pain in the ass. And now I'm back into my Heracross. He uses the Sucker Punch and takes himself out, so I can't get the Moxie. So he switches into his Sensei, his Mienshao, and acrobatics are incoming. I thought, yeah, well, switch back into the Nidoking, Death Watering it. But he uses a Fake Out, so I could spare another hit. And the next Pokemon I switch in is my Blastoise to maybe get his guard off. But he switches out with the Mewtwo into his Porygon 2. But I went for the Toxic because it were the safer play. No, this Mienshao has U-turn and he will go for it because he cannot OHKO my physically defensive Blastoise, and I switch out to my Chandelure because now he doesn't have his ability. And I tricked him the Choice Bags. That was stupid. As he goes for the Recover. And yeah. Now he would into Suicune, the safe play, as my Skype makes noises. Sorry for that one, but well, whatever. So here, what am I gonna do? He switches out, and I'm switching out. No, I go for the Shadow Ball, trying to break a sub if he goes for a sub. And yeah, that was a very risky play on my side. I could have lost my Chandelure here and go back into my Swampert, predicting the Thunderbolt to take out my Chandelure, but no, he goes for the Toxic and switches back out into Suicune, this very bulky water type. And yeah, so what he's gonna do? He's going for the Substitute, trying to annoy me. As I go for the Earthquake, damage his Substitute. And here That's the key play. He goes for the rest as I go for the roar. Roar him out. He's still asleep. Into his Purgan 2. Now I'm basically devouring my Swampert with an earthquake or a waterfall. Yeah, with an earthquake, took out his Purgan 2. Doesn't matter in the end. Because yeah, I'm derping around here a bit now. So I send in my Heracross. He sends in his Madao. That was the Pokemon I did not want to see. I wasn't sure if I could outspeed him or something, or wanted to predict his high jump kick. Doesn't happen. Acrobatics, devouring my Chandelure. Now switching my Blastoise. I want this thing to burn, but it doesn't happen. He goes back and Swollen Cut. And basically devouring my Blastoise here. Hoping for the, well, live, but nope. Blastoise doesn't live the wall switch. He switches back into his Madao. I thought, yeah, well, he has the game in the bag. Just try a close combat, try to be faster, try to OHKO it, and it OHKOs. Now the Death drops and the Moxie +1 attack. Now he switches into his Rotom Cat. I thought this thing would be Scarf and would take me out. But no, still faster. OHKO that shit. Get the +2 attack. Then he switches back into Suicune. This thing still sleeps 2 rounds. I was afraid it would have the sleep talk, but he doesn't. He doesn't have it, as I go for the close combat. And look how good it took that. That's a +2 close combat from a Heracross. But doesn't matter in the end. It's a safe 2-hit KO, and that was the first battle. Or that was the Showdown battle for today. I see you next time. Bye.